Dear students, where it has gone? Okay. Given any web document, okay, that is the problem statement of this topic. Any web document, it can be a text document, okay. So that is the main constraint over here. Given any document, it can be a web document, it can be related to certain organization task, or it can be some blog data, or it can be some post in Facebook, Twitter, anything. It can be some textual document. Try to understand text data, not any image or multimedia data. Given a text document, it is going to be, here we are just since we are learning web mining subject, I'm highlighting it as a web document. Other than that, you can apply the same algorithm for any text document, okay. So there is no constraint in that, provided it should be a text document, okay. What you are going to do using this LDA algorithm, okay, using this LDA algorithm, what will be the outcome of this algorithm is you are going to perform topic modeling. What is topic modeling? Okay, you're going to perform topic modeling. That means you're going to use the web document to find out. Okay, it is not classification. This is purely, it is not classification. Even we have a, this is purely unsupervised. Okay, it is an unsupervised model. It is a purely unsupervised model. Okay, we can even make this algorithm, okay, by training also to make it supervised. But in general, it is a unsupervised model in order to find out which topic that particular document is referring, okay, on which domain that particular document is made up of, okay. So that is the task that you can do using this LDA. So what is this topic? That will be the next point, okay. I'm just giving you a document. The first document is out like I'll just make it as some recipe I'm going to prepare. Okay, recipe. Okay, I'm just telling how many quantity of sugar is required. Okay, how much butter I want. So some topic which I'm going to write with respect to certain food related thing. Okay, and there is another document. This is document 1. Okay, and I have another document 2. Okay, another document 2. So now this document is going to have some thing like education, admissions. Okay, this you might have come across with the same document will be given to you like a classification you have already done. You have done name based classifier you have done, and then you have done like with agglomerative clustering for some numerical data you have done, okay. In the same way, here also you're going to do based on a probabilistic based, okay, probabilistic based model will be applied on this LDA, okay. So admissions, BTech, okay, results, some keywords have been available, okay. So now you are saying this particular topic, this document is belonging to related to the topic food, okay, or some eatery, that is the topic behind that. That is the topic that is referring in this particular document. This document is about higher education, something like that, higher education. Okay, you are identifying the topic of this document, right? Okay, for example, there may be a blog. Okay, this blog is going to say about like a customer review or the people who have done some blog regarding some tourist places. Okay, they have visited some places and they have this is the particular path to go, and what is the season upon which that particular tourist spot will be good, like that. Okay, so this blog is related to education? No. Whether this particular blog is related to food item? No. Instead, this is related to some tourism and entertainment activity, something like that. Okay, so you're identifying, you given any web documents. Okay, given any some bunch of documents is given to you. Using this LDA, you are going to perform probabilistic based LDA model. Okay, this model you are going to apply in order to identify the topic. It is a generic topic. You're not going to specify it as it is a tourist place which is relevant to some particular place, not like that. In general, you will be identifying the topic which has been involved in the document. Okay, so that is called latent direct allocation based topic modeling algorithm. So now we will go into this latent direct allocation problem. Okay, so this is a part of text or web mining. Okay, as usual, you have to perform pre-processing, and you'll be making use of some natural language processing activities in order to make the text to be ready for identifying the topics. Okay, so now you need to know about what is LDA, what is this Dirichlet, what is the process of generating this LDA. Okay, and then you're going to estimate the maximum likelihood. Maximum likelihood means it is probabilistic based only. Okay, so how to do that? So we'll go with this. So you'll be given some unstructured text documents will be given to you. You have to make use of NLP, like a stemming tokenization, okay, in order to parse the document and remove all the unwanted text, and filtering the data will be done. You will make the data into a text document, okay, into a text corpus which is ready for evaluation. Okay, it is like a term document matrix. Term document matrix. So like that, you will make the data to be in some structured manner. Not only term document matrix, you can have only the text, okay, the occurrence of the text, frequency matrix, like that you can have the data. Okay, and then you're going to perform the any topic, any text mining algorithm. Here we are going to make use of what algorithm? We are going to make use of LD algorithm to analyze the structured text data, and obviously the result is upon which topic this particular document is speaking about. Okay, this is what you are going to do. Okay, so for performing this web data, okay, which is the text data. Okay, don't think like text mining. Here obviously I'm just refining it as web. Text is going to be from web, the resource is going to be from web, so web mining you are going to do. Okay, so what is corpus? You need to know some terminologies before entering into this topic modeling. Okay, so given a large set of text data which is structured, that is called as corpus. Okay, stop words are the words which needs to get removed, which needs to get ignored, that is stop words. Unstructured data is we don't have any format. Okay, no predefined format will be available, it is purely unstructured. Okay, so tokenizing means you have to break up the words into some meaningful tokens, that is called as tokenization. For example, if you do have some text data with several terms, you just tokenize the words in order to identify some stop words are identified and stop words can be removed. Okay, and then you just take data which is only required and which is meaningful for performing topic modeling, that is like a tokenization. And NLP, okay, NLP is nothing but it is actually a broad field. Okay, anyhow, this NLP is not being fully covered here in our syllabus as concerned, but it is a very broad field of domain which have the artificial intelligence based linguistic predictions. Okay, how the terms are getting connected, how the interaction between the terms are being used. Okay, that will be studied in this NLP. So if you're interested in self learning anything, like doing some research work or some projects using NLP, There are several open-ended problems, research problems, and projects are available in this particular domain. You can look into some resources and you can have it. Okay, and the term document and document matrix. So this is the same like a inverted index that you have seen. Okay, in document D1, D2, D3, D4. Okay, I have term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. Term 1 occurs in all the document. Term 2 occurs in none of the document. Term 3 occurs in first document alone. Okay, term 4 occurs in only in the fourth document. Okay, so this is out like term document matrix. Otherwise, we can go it in different way also. Given term T1, T2, T3, T4, it occurs in document D1, D2. Okay, occurs in D1 alone, D2 alone. This occurs in D1, D2, D3, and D4. Like that, we can have this term document and document term. See, this is document to term matrix. This is going to be like term to document matrix. So like that, you can have it in both the directions. Okay, and then you can go with some supervised learning, unsupervised learning in order to if you want your documents to get trained, then you can go for supervised training. Otherwise, you can go for like unsupervised learning, which is obviously our LDA model. Okay, some unlabeled data will be available. Okay, and stemming is nothing but from the given words, you can go with the base and root form of the word. For example, if it is going to be hide, hiding, hidden. Okay, like that, if you have some words means the root word can be identified. That is called as stemming. Okay, now I have given you the idea about like with respect to text data, what are all the things you need to know about. Okay, now we'll go for how we can perform this topic modeling. Okay, so you just see here some individual documents will be given to you. Okay, you have to collect all those documents in certain collections which needs to get analyzed. Okay, and then you are going to normalize the documents which is ready for applying some algorithms or some process which we need to do, and you apply the textual analysis. You have to find out the entities, you have to find out the lexicons. Okay, some sort of semantic interrogation if you want to do with respect to the document. Okay, that can be added, that can be applied over there. So what is the semantics? Semantics is like the meaning about that particular meaning, that is called as semantic. For example, if I have cat over here, this have two different meaning. Okay, this is going to be one animal will be here, this will be some exam will be there. So along with which terminology this particular term, this cat is occurring in the document will give us the idea that whether this document is talking about the animal pet cat or it is going to be the exam which students are taking. Okay, so we will be rigorously, we will apply the semantic interrogation on the text data in order to discover the knowledge and to extract the information which we are in need of. Okay, for example, I am giving you some 100 emails. Okay, I'm just giving you a small assignment, like it is not an assignment, I'm just giving you. Okay, just assume you have been given some 100 email has been given to you as a data set. Okay, now I want to know which are all the emails which are found to be spam. Okay, which are found to be some malicious. Okay, some malicious, some the that is the sender is not authenticated, the sender is not having some proper sent address, or has been hidden more, some malicious email was sent from certain sources. Like that, if you want to identify, what you have to do, you have to examine the overall corpus of your data, and you will identify the topic behind it. For example, if I'm getting a mail like some 100 crores, you have won some 100 crores, we will usually I get some mail like this. You have been, you have won some 1,000 crores. Okay, send your email ID. Send your bank account details. Send your PAN numbers. You send your address. Okay, or you forward this to 10 people. Some like that. You will be getting some information, right? Okay, so you are going to semantically analyze. See, some 1,000 crores is this type of terms, or you're being given an offer, or like you have been availed a home loan, like that. You'll be getting several mails. Okay, so such type of terms which have been availed in your email, that will be rigorously interrogated by this type of text analysis method, in order to extract the information. What is the information? Whether this is going to be a spam, or it is going to be a non-spam. It is a normal message. Okay, and also you can identify some, discover some knowledge from those email that has been given as a data to you, which is a text data. Okay, so this is the process of in having the input as document. Okay, and you can perform information retrieval from those documents. Okay, so that is the idea behind this. Okay, so you can we will go straightly to here. Okay, you see over here. Okay, I have a query. Hurricane Katrina is going to be the query. Okay, so given a document, you are supposed to identify upon which model, okay, which topic model this particular query will fall upon. Okay, I'm just having this. All these things are going to be our topics. Okay, are going to be topics. Are going to be our topics. Okay, so if it is going to be related, a document is identified to be a government document if it has Bush, president, federal government, FEMA, administrative response, Brown, Flame, governor. Okay, all these documents will have a topic assignment value, which will help you to identify that this particular incoming document may belongs to this topic. Okay, so now I'm just going for Hurricane and Katrina. Okay, is there any term like that? If you look over here, there is nothing over there. Strong Hurricane Katrina is there. Okay, I'll just make a note of it here. Okay, I'll just write it here. Hurricane. Okay, victim organization fund, this is nothing but prayer and blessing. This is personal, this is oil. Okay, I'm just writing it as 0.012. Okay, I'll just make it as Hurricane Katrina storm hit the city. Okay, I'll just make this as a quite, I'll just change it. Okay, so I have storm over here. I do have storm over here. Okay, and then hurricane over. It is not only the incidents of that particular document. Okay, we have all these topic and its topic assignment values for each word that may occur with respect to a document is given to us. Okay, so in case if you have this type of query, okay, now you want to know what is this particular document is about, whether it will have the with the government response, no, with oil, no, with prayer and blessing, no, for aid and donation, no, personal, no. Obviously it will come under this particular document, like new this Orleans. Okay, so this particular document, this will be the topic which will be assigned to this particular topic. Okay, so this is called as topic modeling. Okay, so with this overview, we'll go into how this topic modeling can be assigned. Okay, I'll just go straightly to here. You will have a base corpus, you will clean the corpus, and you will generate the term document matrix, TDM. You will generate. Okay, so anyhow, we are not going to have this as a lab component. I'll just give you the overview of this. Okay, so this LDA is going to be probabilistic modeling. Okay, So what we are going to do here is we are going to observe all the term that is occurring in the document, okay, and we will create a structure of collection as a thematic scheme, okay, as a theme wise, okay. Theme structure will be created for all the document based upon the terms that you are encountering from each document, okay. And you will identify all the theme structure that is hidden in the given document. That is the first step. Next step is you will identify appropriate topic which can be given for those document that we have previously themed. For example, you see here we are just identifying the terms which are having some similar occurrences. See, these words will be occurring: price, oil, gas. If I have a blog, okay, which is related to the hike of petrol oil prices in India, okay, that is going to be the blog that I'm having as a web document. So all the frequent terms which are being occurring in the document will be identified as the thematic, okay, theme, okay, that is thematic structure of the data will be identified initially. Next step is, we'll go here, we will identify what are the topics that is describing this particular collection. So you will collect all the blog document which is relevant to oil and petrol hike prices in India, and we will assign the topics to them. Okay, so this is done. The next step is, given a new suit of data, okay, now you have to estimate, you have to account that particular document into any one of the topics that you have previously described. Do you understand? Now I'm just encountering a blog relevant to today's petrol rate is okay. Some blog is available. Now what I will do, once again I will just check for all the items which are most frequently occurring, and I will compare with the topic which I have previously inferred, okay, and based on that I will estimate what this particular blog is speaking about. So this is speaking about oil, petrol. So I will just make this particular document to tag into oil price and petrol, whatever it may be. Okay, this particular topic will be assigned. Okay, so this is the idea behind this LDA. Okay, so how to do that? That is very, very important. Okay, so you see over here, you will be given a document for doing this LDA. The first model is, we have two different steps. One is generative model to find out the thematic structure development, and next is posterior distribution to identify how far this document is being assigned across all the documents which are being available in our database. Okay, that is the posterior distribution. Okay, so in the I will look into the generative process. In this generative model, first you will choose the distribution of topics, okay, and you will make it separately with certain identification. You see over here, okay, we have this pink color, yellow color, and then green color we have, right? Okay, so those are the terms which are being, those are the topics which are being distributed across the given document. Okay, and then you will repeatedly make this particular topic distribution identification, okay, until you are making the entire document to get into any one of the topic. Okay, so this is going to be first topic, this is going to be under the second topic, this is going to be third topic, this is going to be fourth topic. Like that you will be identifying the, initially you will identify the distribution of topic, that is called as generative process. That is the thematic, I have told you, right? Thematic structure you will identify. That is the first step. Okay, the next step is you will be finding the posterior distribution. Posterior distribution means, given a new topic, what is the conditional probability for assigning to any one of the topic which we have previously generated. That is called as posterior distribution. Okay, so in the generative process, you will choose the distribution over topics and you will identify several topics. Okay, so this is with respect to, see over here, genetic, DNA, these are all one topic. Life, evolve, and then organism, okay, and then brain, neuron, nerve, data, number, computer. Okay, all these are different topic distribution that we have previously with several document, not with one document. Okay, you see, one document, second document, third document, fourth document, like that we have n number of documents is available. From several documents, you are identifying the proposition of topics with respect to certain words. Okay, that is called as distribution over topics. Okay, next step is you are going to identify the conditional distribution of the given topics. Okay, for the given terms with respect to the documents which were previously generated. It is called as posterior distribution. Okay, so the goal is to infer the underlying topic structure given documents being observed. Okay, and we are going to identify the top for each word, which topic generated each word, and for each document, which distribution over document associated with the document. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in LDA. Okay, so we will make use of this LDA. What is LDA? Okay, it is a generative probabilistic model for collection of text corpus. All these things are some theoretical aspect thing. Okay, this is purely a probabilistic model. What is this why this LDA is used for? Okay, to estimate the similarity between the documents, to assign the topics for the given document. That is the idea behind this LDA. Okay, and how will this LDA is related to machine learning? Okay, so what we will try to do is we will try to fit the given document in any one of the topic that we have previously generated. So it is almost like predicting the document topic to which it belongs. Okay, so that is how it is related to machine learning technique. So this is the graphical notation of this LDA. Okay, you don't want to get worried about this. This is a simple concept only. They have given it in different aspects. Okay, so these are all the parameters of this LDA. We will say this LDA as a plate notation. Plate notation. Okay, the process of LDA has been given as a plate notation. Okay, so this alpha, okay, and then this neta, okay, these two things are parameters. Okay, that is direct fit parameters to enhance the like boosting of the topic prediction. We will be giving this latent direct parameter alpha and neta are the parameters. Okay, these will take some values between 0 and 1 in order to, not 0, more than 0, in order to avoid the zero probabilistic value. Okay, for given a particular document, if the probability of assigning to any one of the document is 0, means there won't be any topic will be assigned to that. Okay, in order to avoid such zero probabilistic condition, we are making use of this alpha and neta for boosting up, enhancing the probability value to get increased. Okay, in order to avoid zero probabilistic condition. Okay, and then we have theta d. Okay, this is actually per document topic proposition. Okay, so given a document, okay, what are all the topics which may get associated with the document? Those propositions will be identified in this theta d. Okay, given some set of documents, this is actually the actual input is going to be there. For the given input, we have this alpha, which is a direct parameter, which takes some numerical values. The input is given some documents. You are assigning the topic to the document. Okay, and the next step is you're going to perform. You're going to take each word in the document, and for each word, what is the topic? Okay, previously for the document, so given a document D1, D2, D3, this all three belongs to one particular topic T1. This is per document topic proposition. Okay, T1, D1 belongs to T1, D2 belongs to T2, D3 belongs to topic T3. So this is the per document topic proposition, that is theta D. Now, inside this document, what are the words that do exist? Okay, the occurrence, how many times it occurs. Okay, based on the frequency, okay, you are going to assign. Okay, for example, if it is going to be like hike, okay, petrol, okay, and then oil, okay, like that. If we, for every word a topic will be assigned, that is it d comma n. What is n? N is going to be the number of documents that we do have, okay, and then WDN. WDN is going to be the new document which you are going to observe. Okay, so you're going to observe the new word. This is the place where our topic modeling is actually going to assigned. Okay, so an observed word is there. Okay, base, this is going to be generative model. This generative model has been done here. This is also generative because we are assigning the topic for every document, and for every word we are assigning the topic. Try to understand, for each document we are assigning the topic. Now for each term you are assigning the topic. Now we are observing a new word. Okay, you are observing a new word. Okay, given with the inputs as number of documents which has previously generated, and previously generated number of documents. D is the all documents and the number of documents. Everything will be given as input to this model. Okay, what is this model actually? This is going to be posterior distribution model. Okay, posterior distribution model. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find out what is the topic. Okay, what is the topic upon which this particular document, okay, number of documents which has previously generated for the given set of words, what is the topic that will be identified. Okay, so this is where our topic modeling will work. Okay, you see over here we have another parameter, okay, beta. Okay, beta is nothing but if you have some k number of topics over there, okay, k number of positive topics which are be as observed. Okay, for these topics, what are all the terms which will come into this topic, that will be available in this beta. This is actually a positive value which will be given as input for this in order to identify the topic. Okay, you see over here, this is document to topic, this is term to topic, am I right? This is doc to topic. Here we have done word to topic. Okay, here what we are going to do here is, okay, for this given topic, okay, what are all the words that are associated with this topic will be available in this beta. Okay, so in this particular inner plate, okay, in this plate notation, okay, this topic distribution over the terms will be available, and those parameter will be given as input for this new document which needs to get observed in order to enhance the level of topic modeling. Okay, so that is how your LDA will work. Okay, so it is very simple. A set of documents will be given to you, that is D. The set of words will be given to you, that is N. The set of topics will be identified, that is K. Okay, what this LDA algorithm is going to do is, initially it will parse your document into terms. Okay, first it will identify the document and its topic that was previously generated, and The topic document will be further divided into small all words, and concerned topic will be generated. Okay, and then you have topic, and then it's concerned set of words. All the words which are associated with this particular topics will be generated over here, and all these inputs are going to be given for this posterior model to observe the incoming new document. Okay, based on the previously generated model, it will generate a posterior model to identify and assign the topic for the incoming document. That is the idea behind. Based upon probability value only it will do. Okay, so this is LDA model. You see, I will just show you one example over here. See, we do have two outputs of the LDA. This is how the LDA output will be there. Okay, document to topic. Okay, first document, what is the probability that it will fall under first topic, second topic, third topic, fourth topic, and n number of k number of topics. Which topic is having the highest probability is going to be the topic. Okay, is going to be the topic to which this particular document is going to get assigned. Okay, that is per document topic propositions is given to you. That is going to be theta d. That is going to be the first per document topic distribution. The next distribution, this particular distribution, this is going to be like how this particular topic, for the given particular topic, what are all the words which may get maximum association with. Okay, see, for this particular topic T1, this word to occur, word 3 is having highest, then word n is having, word 2 is having, word 1 is having. So per topic, what are all the words which can get distributed, which can be available for this particular topic. Okay, that will be given over here. Okay, and based upon, this is the most important assignments, based on these two inputs. And later, what is this Z comma I? Z comma I is given word, what could be the topic? Okay, just the inverse of this. See, this is word to topic. Here it is okay, word to topic. Here, given a word to which topic this particular word belongs to, that will be available in this per word topic assignment. See, both are going to be the same only, but it is going to be it's going to be in inverse distribution. See, per word topic assignment. Okay, given a word, what is the topic? For example, if it is petrol base, it belongs to oil price. That is a topic. That is per word. Now here per document word. Okay, given oil price, what are all the word distributions it can have? Okay, it can have oil, petrol, diesel, hike. Okay, and then rate, and then fuel. Okay, these are all the per topic word distributions. Okay. So based upon this this distribution assigned value, okay, based upon these propositions and assignments, now a new document observation is going to get done, and its topic will get generated. Okay, so this is the idea behind this LDA model. Okay, so if you see over here, given a number of models, I'm applying this LDA algorithm. Okay, and I'm finding the cluster of words. Is the topic, what are the words which is associated with it? I'm just finding those clusters. Okay, so this is going to be the words and topic with respect to the word distribution. Now, what is the distribution of topic across the documents? So you have topics. Okay, you have documents. Documents are further divided into words. So the connection between these three, okay, which is mainly inferred in this LDA, to first find out the distribution of words in the topic, that is done, and then distribution of topics in the document. So our obvious aim is what? Given a document, you should know how this algorithm will assign a topic for the document. Okay, so this is done in two different ways, and it is going to be the first generative is done, and then it is performing the posterior distribution, so that every document will be assigned in particular document. Given a particular document, what are all the topics which will get associated in that, which document is having the highest posterior distribution will be assigned as the final topic that is involved in that particular document. Okay, so this is LDA model. Okay, you see over this particular example, we have reviews of IBM laptop, Apple, Dell. Okay, and these are all the generative models. Okay, so they will find, I have told you, right, thematic distribution they will find out. So with respect to battery life is a theme, hard disk is a theme, speed is a theme. These are all the words and corpus which is associated with each product. Okay, and this can be used in order to this is one of the application where you can compare the product reviews, because given some document, this document 1, document 2, document 3, in more three things. Document 1 is with respect to IBM, this is with respect to Apple, this is with respect to Dell. Everything will be talking about battery life, hard disk, speed, everything will be there. But how to compare and contrast and segregate these three different products? Okay, that can be done using this type of LD algorithm. Okay, so when you're encountering the term with the accounted with IBM, okay, so it will go under IBM specific topic. Okay, so if it is going with respect to Apple specific, if you are finding some documents and that's a product review of Apple, it will go, this particular document will go into this Apple specific topic. Okay, so like this you can compare. These are some of the applications where you can make use of this LDA. Okay, and then you see over here, this is with respect to Vietnam War, Afghan War, Iraq War. What is the issue with respect to United States, and what is the death of people, and what is the government, what is the current government with respect to this particular Afghan war. Okay, so like this you can able to compare the news about similar topics. But this is with respect to Vietnam War, this is with respect to Afghan War, this is with respect to Iraq War. Okay, but the themes are going to be having some common, which will distinguish these nations. Okay, these are some examples. Okay, so this is another example, analyzing the spatial topic patterns. Okay, so with respect to certain blocks, how different states of people are responding to a particular topic. For example, oil price increase during Hurricane Katrina. Okay, if you want to analyze some what was the response for this particular oil price hike during this hurricane, what was the sentiments across between the people and their topics. Okay, that can be identified. And then this another example of this LDA is topic sentiment summary. Okay, given a Dell laptop, what is the positive, what is the positive sentiment, what is the negative sentiment, what is the neutral sentiment, so that you can evaluate the product with respect to the customers review that they have put it in the blog. Okay, conceptual text mining. Okay, you can apply this with respect to, if you want to identify the authors. Okay, author occupation, and then time, location, source, communities. So in this, several dimensions are available if you want to apply this type of topic modeling algorithm. Okay, these are all some content features that you can look upon in order to further narrow down the process of topic modeling. Okay, so this is with respect to certain location. In that particular location, in which state, which city, so you can narrow down the that article, or you can narrow down the web document that you need to topic model. That is possible. and then you can partition the text, and then you can partition the papers written by certain authors from several states, papers which is available in the webs. Like that, you can do some partitioning of this text also using this LDA modeling, and you can find some themes. Themes are nothing but the topics that you can identify, and you can identify those themes and the words which are associated with it, and what is the probability of the words. Like that, this LDA model will help you to perform several retrieval model. Okay, some several models are available. Okay, so general task. Okay, that's it. Okay, they have given an R demo of it. I think we are not going to do it in lab. If possible, we'll check over this. Okay. So customer related incident, system monitoring incident. Okay. So this is some example they have given for text analysis in some if based on certain incidents that is reported by the customer and the system, and they are generating several clusters, and they are grouping those topics for solution 1 and solution 2. See, some system related incidents are there, and then customer related incidents have been reported. All are going to be some text document. Okay. So text document, we are applying some this LD algorithm using R. I think in R it is very easy to implement this. Even using Python also you can do. Okay. And then they are finding some cluster of incidents which are being reported, and for each cluster several based upon the type of the instance, they are giving the top solutions which have been available over there. Okay, so in case one of the problem has been reported to the customer, he can look upon this particular incident is belonging to which cluster. For example, this is going to be belonging to cluster 4, means what is the solution for that. So the solution for this is solution 1. So like that we can identify that. Okay, so these are all some of the this topic text based analytical process where you can apply it over in real time. Okay, so these are all some examples. Demo is available over here. Okay, so this is the implementation for this using R package they have given. Okay, just have a look into it. Okay, so with this our LDA model is getting over. Okay, so I'll stop here, dear students. Okay,
Ma'am,
so
after the LDA module, how much like is left
left means,
to be covered? The syllabus to be covered.
yeah, it is in the syllabus. I have covered it in the theoretical part of it, and I have shown you what is the plate notation of this LDA. I will share some implementation demo. I think I have some implementation demo over there as a PDF file. Okay, I will share it with you. Just have a look into it. Okay. See the
Can you
same plate notation that I have shown you, right? That will be implemented in Python. It will just generate like a particular document will be given. It will tell which topic this particular document belongs to. That will be the output of it. I will be sharing with you. You can just have a look into it. Okay.
will you be uploading this particular PPT
Yeah,
also?
surely. I have uploaded certain PPTs and handsouts over there. I think few PPTs, some students have been, they have mentioned certain topics which has been left out. Surely I will upload it. Okay, by today I will
Okay,
upload.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yes, dear students, digital assignment 3 kindly submit. Digital assignment 2 also please submit. Okay. Will make all the submissions. I'll stop recording. Okay.